Kurt Busch won the All-Star race, but the win was overshadowed by his younger brother Kyle Busch's running with his teammate Denny Hamlin. Jimmie Johnson still isn't doing that well after a great start to the season. We'll talk about the Gibbs domination. We'll preview the Coke 600. I'll show off my new diecast car for the week, and we'll update you on the fantasy points. All that and more next on Tyler Totten Live. Hello YouTube and welcome back to Tyler Totten Live. I'm your host Tyler Totten, and alongside me is my chief analyst Travis Totten. Man, what an exciting All-Star race. There was action everywhere. There was running between teammates, and then Kurt Busch won the race. How do you feel about the All-Star race? How do you think that went?
Well, I mean, it was fun to watch. There was action, and there were battles the whole race. That first 50 lap segment kind of was boring, but then when they got into those 20, 20, and 10, that's when it got interesting because people needed track position.
All right, and we all know about the run-in between Kyle Busch and his teammate Denny Hamlin, where Kyle says Denny Hamlin didn't give him any room, and Kyle was already there, and then he hit the wall, resulting in Kyle blowing out a tire, and then he and Casey Kane wrecked. Then Denny made the comment that Kyle Busch will not be able to win the championship until he stops with these childish acts. But yet Kyle's second in points and Denny's fifth in points. Do you think that Denny's just a little hot-headed right now, and so is Kyle, or do you just think it's something else?
No, I think Denny has it right. Right now, Kyle is higher in the points, but if he keeps racing the way he is, it's going to come back to bite him. And you want to stay steady and consistent and not angering people where it bites you in the end. And if you just race clean and not hot-headed and all that, I think that consistency pays off more.
And do you think that the Gibbs domination will stop here? Because we've seen that they've won 5 of the last 7 races. And then Kyle Busch was asked, how are they doing so well? And Kyle said it's just because they are communicating more, that they're communicating better, and Joey's able to give them more notes that are better because he's progressing as a driver. But after this, I mean, do you think that the communication, the good communication, is going to stop? Because when Kyle Busch and his older brother Kurt Busch wrecked in the 2007 All-Star race, they didn't talk for 6 months after that. So do you think this will be the same issue in the Gibbs stable?
Yeah, I think they won't talk probably for a few weeks, but Gibbs will come in and straighten that out real quick. And as far as the domination, I don't think it's going to stop because I think they're just that more determined to go out and beat each other each week. And so, yeah, they'll be running up to the front.
All right. And Jimmie Johnson, the All-Star race has not been good to him. He won it a few years back, but the past 2 years he's not ran well in there, and then he's wrecked the past 2 years. Do you see him as even a contender for the Charlotte race?
Not really. I mean, it seems like this year is just a bad year for him. It's like no matter where he goes, trouble's following him. He's got a dark cloud over him, and the horseshoes fell out, and I just don't think he's going to be a contender for a few weeks.
All right, we'll be right back with some more Tyler Totten Live right after this. Stay tuned. Whenever I get done filming a great episode of Tyler Totten Live, I like to play basketball with my friends. And when I do play basketball, I use a Nike basketball. Nike. Just do it. Hello YouTube and welcome back to Tyler Totten Live. We're going to Charlotte Motor Speedway this week for the Coke 600, the longest race of the year. And we all remember last year, David Rudman got his first career win there because of a rain-shortened race. But Jimmie Johnson has been very dominant at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He has 6 wins, 9 top 5s, 13 top 10s, and an average finish of 8.6. Do you see that Jimmie will be a good contender for this race, and that this is the race that's going to be able to allow him to turn his year around?
No, I do not, because we just watched the All-Star race last weekend, and he ended up spinning out in that one. And I think this is going to be more of a race that puts his season down the drain more, because I believe if things happen the way it's been happening and he crashes out again or has a bad race, and this being one of his best tracks, that I think it'll just make him doubt himself as a driver, and then the rest of the season will go for naught.
All right. And, last year David Erdman did get his first career win there, and in 2007 Casey Mears got his first career win there at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So do you think maybe this year we're going to see another first-time winner here at the track, maybe David Reagan or someone?
I don't see a first-time winner, but I do think we're going to see a first-time winner in a non-rained-out race, because I do believe Joe Logano's going to get it. I stated that last week in the last episode, and I still hold true to that this week. So he did win New Hampshire in a rained-out race, but I think this time it's going to be 600 miles, all the laps, checkered flag he gets.
All right. And what do you think Kurt Busch's chances of getting the sweep? I mean, he's starting second in this race, and he was 11th in first practice. Pretty good times he put down.
Yeah, I think he has a pretty good shot. I mean, he ran very well in the All-Star race. He led the first segment, and then he drifted back there in the middle, but then he was back up at the end. So I think we'll see that again, and he'll be in the top 5, if not in victory lane.
All right, and there are just 2 other drivers that I see that could actually contend for the win with Kurt Busch. And those drivers are Ryan Newman and Jimmy Johnson. Ryan Newman is sitting on the pole, and in first practice he was second, and Jimmy Johnson starts 5th, and he was 3rd in first practice. So I really do think that them two, that they will be able to contend for that win. All right, we'll be right back with more Tyler Totten Live right after this. Breast cancer is a terrible disease, but it affects thousands and thousands of men and women each and every year. Susan G. Komen for the Cure is dedicated to helping all of those thousands and thousands of men and women. You can help them too. By a small donation of $5, you can help each and every one of them. Go to www.komen.org for more information, or to make a donation today. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Tyler Totten Live. This is the diecast segment of the show. And I'm not letting him hand me the diecast car for this week because I love it so much. So Jeff Gordon, race use win version from Talladega. I had a race use win version of Jeff Gordon's on the show last week, but I gave that car to Josh Lockhart, so it's not sitting on the table. So we've got this new one. This is from Talladega back in 2007. It was his 77th career win, and it's a very nice car. It has dirt on the front, some tire wear, not a lot of marks on the side. Jeff Gordon really keeps his car clean. And then, of course, the window net. I love the window net. What do you think about the car, Travis?
This is a nice car. I mean, I do like the dirt on the front here. Like you said, he does keep it clean. This dirt here is unavoidable. But I don't know if y'all have heard about this or not. I was just reading on NASCAR.com here on my Apple iPod, and Kyle Busch was in the media center, and he had just sat down. And there was a big box came in there, had the FedEx logo on it, and inside was a pair of boxing gloves and some M&Ms. And I don't know if that's going to spark something this weekend or not, but I think y'all need to watch because this could prove to be fun this weekend.
Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Tyler Totten Live. This is the Fantasy Points segment of the show. And last week it was the All-Star race. The drivers weren't racing for points, but we were. How we did it was we picked a driver, and if that driver won the race and we made the chase later on in the year, we got 10 bonus points like a driver does if he wins a race. So I'll tell you who we picked. I picked Tony Stewart. My dad picked Kurt Busch, so if he makes the chase, he gets the 10 bonus points. My mom picked Jeff Gordon. Travis picked Kevin Harvick, and Soner picked Jimmy Johnson. So we don't have anything to update you on the actual points right now, but we're going to make our picks. And I'm going to pick a driver who already has one win this year. He got it back at Phoenix. Ryan Newman. He's on the pole. He was second in practice. He's got a very fast car, and I think he's going to be able to win the race. Who do you want?
I'm gonna stick with Joe Logano this week. I think he's going to get it done.
All right. Thanks for watching YouTube. Be sure to watch next week's episode.